Welcome to 3010 Reviews, the ultimate destination for indie and hobby game enthusiasts. The place where we play your game for 30 minutes and provide playtesting feedback for 10 minutes. At the end of the video, we'll assign a game readiness verdict. Take my money, almost there, and still brewing. Please understand that this is my opinion, and it is down to the developer to decide if they want to publish. This is their work and time, and ultimately, they can do as they please, and we should be respectful of that.
Hi everyone, my name is Bogdan, and today we're playing Ultimate Chump. The description offered by the developer is as follows. You're the chump that's found yourself dealing with a swarm of horrors. Survive the onslaught and bring an end to their terror. Ultimate Chump is an action roguelite where you mix and match your loadout to survive against a swarm of various enemies. Every successful wave provides you with a selection of upgrades to boost your character in a particular way for various builds. Each game puts you in a randomly generated level in which you'll also find various interactable objects to aid you in your run. From powerful augments that will change how your character, weapons, and gear work, to support objects and minions that'll aid your survival. Playthroughs can typically last less than 30 minutes.
We're starting off with the Think Aloud gameplay.
Okay, right off the bat, I like the music. And that's a lot of information. I'll just go through it in a second. Okay, so we've got a few weapons, we've got ranged weapons, melee ones, grenades, molotovs, mines, and a blow-up doll. That's funny. Lots of writing, let me go through it. Yeah, reasonable selection of content. It says unlocks, well, unavailable, but that's misspelled. And you've also misspelled wish listing. I want to fix that. I know you didn't misspell it twice, you just used text probably on both, copy pasted. Okay, that's nice. You have an in-depth volume control and resolution and window screen type. A bit of customization as well, which is always welcomed, especially from an indie dev. It's a bit of a mess down here, and you're the chump they've sent to deal with it. So let's see what you can do. You've got this. We are the chump. Let's go. Okay, the sound of firing the rifle is pretty satisfying, and I also like the fact that I can control the reload a bit as well. It's pretty cool. Is that a slot machine? I hope it's a slot machine. Whee! Whee! Oh, that guy smacked me. Oh, he smacked you again. Damn, dude. Oh, level up. Nice, upgrades, let's go. Wash upgrade, of course weapons upgrade. Status, I don't know what that is. Crit chance, not interested. I'll go for bullet penetration. What's that? Nothing happened. What's that? Nothing happened. I need 10 gold coins for that. I'm seeing quite a few of those pillars. I wonder, oh, the mine satisfying. Yoink them. Okay, so it has a bit of a delay. I can't use it as an emergency measure. It needs to activate. Okay, so the counter at the top says that I've got one more enemy to go. I've lost him. It's a good thing there's a counter, otherwise I would have expected the game to be bugged. Ah, I found you. Or you found me. Weapon again. Fire damage, let's go. Wait, is that weapon damage, or am I supposed to have some sort of fire? Like an elemental attack? I'm wondering because I think I saw weapon damage as a buff card as well. So they're probably two different things. What's that blue ball? Oh no. Am I gonna be chased by blue balls in this game? Oh! They drop health packs as well? 20? Was that 20? I think it was 20. Well, I'm back to 100% anyway, so... And I think that's a tank boy. Okay, noted. Tank boys can survive a mine. Oh, not two mines though. Bonus weapon damage when health below the threshold. I'll just go for cooldown reduction. I'm assuming that's for my mines, because I have no idea what the health threshold is. I'm wondering, my health bar is colored in two colors, a red and a darker red. Is that the health threshold? Maybe one day I'll try any of the other upgrades, but right now I'm just gonna go for weapon upgrades. They're my main source of battling these monsters. Okay, so at the beginning of this wave, I heard a groan, and then I saw 3 balls chasing me. And I have just 2 blue balls chasing me, not anymore. Ow. Okay, yeah, it's some sort of an elite or boss monster. Oh no, I misclicked. I don't care about character upgrades, I want weapon upgrades. And I can't go back. Oh. Yeah, this boss is kind of tanky. I'm going to anticipate that the slicing is gonna become troublesome for me, because because it's too satisfying and I like to use it, but that implies me getting closer to them. What's that? The blue thing. Okay, weapon upgrade. Ooh, weapon damage, there we go. Yeah, so I have no idea what fire damage is. What's this? Oh, it hurts me. That's not good. I believe that's the dev's take on the spitter from Left 4 Dead. I have to avoid that corrosive liquid. And I've only just realized I'm like 13 HP. I might be gone soon. Oh, 8 HP. Serious mode on. Oh, how did I walk into it? I've got 3 HP left. I'm probably going to activate one of these pillars. I think I'm gonna grab the max health because it's gonna give me 18% HP. No, it didn't. Okay, so no healing. It only increases my max HP cap. Oh, this is cool. Like a localized AoE health regen. Reminds me of Overwatch's commando skill. I like this. I like this a lot. Makes me feel like I'm under siege. It's very nice. I don't feel like I need to stay here, but by staying here and healing, I'm challenging myself. It's a bit fun. Should probably start mining this entire place. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. Walk into the mines, walk into all of them. You know, I've got a few coins. Let me see what I can buy. This thing costs 20. So let's have a look. Explosive rounds, exploding turrets, and fiery deployment. Trigger a flame pulse when you... I'm gonna use that one. I think it's very beneficial for when... Oh, that's cool. If I decide to stay next to my healing pillar. Okay, so I see why it costs 20 gold coins. It's quite strong. Nothing too crazy because it's limited to the cooldown of my items, which balances itself out. I think there was a lot of thought process going behind this, and if there wasn't, well, still a good job. Okay, so I've noticed that some cards have 1 diamond or 2 diamond shapes at the top of the card. Does that represent how good the dev sees that skill as, or rarity of it, or both? Back to my happy place. No. No more blue goo. I'm good, thank you. Stay away. This little circle on the entire map, this little circle, is green turf. Stay away. This is turf wars now, baby. Got a bit of money. What can I spend it on? Oh, 5 coins. What's this? Hey, it's scaring me. Should I be scared of it? It's following me slowly. I feel like that dilemma of a slowly moving snail. I have 2 slowly moving snails now, and if they catch up to me, I'm eh. Where's this last guy? Probably somewhere to the left. Maybe he got stuck behind a wall. Marco! Where's Polo? Oh, mine found him. Nice. Remember, kids, use your minds all the time. Oh, that's cool. So they're not those little assassin snails. They actually helped me. There's a shielded guy. So you see, now I'm wondering if I just have to attack the shield, or if there's some form of crystal somewhere I have to destroy, because that monster has a blue crystal in their forehead. I'll just destroy these minions, and then I'll go search for a blue crystal or something. Oh, I guess it wasn't needed. You see, I'm not sure if that special monster died from the mines, or maybe from the fire that I create when I plant a mine, but I'm pretty sure my bullets didn't get through to him. Did our mine just disappear? I can't tell. Is there a maximum number? Is there a limit to how many mines I can place? I've got some coins to spend. Fireproof, iron forehead, charge, damage, grenade cluster. Okay, grenade cluster. I'll take that one. I think I may have made a mistake. I don't have grenades. Why did I buy the grenade upgrade? Let me see if I'm missing a button. I think I may be... Oh, there's a save button. Nice. So I'll check the details. Yeah. I think I should have taken the grenade instead of double mines. Well, that's okay. I'll just head back into the game. Yeah. I think I should have taken the grenades for that power-up to work. Oh no! I'm starting from the beginning? Did I not save? Or does the save function not work? Oh, I just realized, but the map changed. Or at least I think so. I haven't explored too far, but it seems like it's changed. I think this game has procedurally generated maps. Now that I think about it, I think it was mentioned in the description of the game. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I don't think there's going to be much more to say. The game is stable and it works as intended. So I'm probably going to see you at the feedback segment.
Now that the playtesting segment is over, it's time for us to provide some constructive feedback. The feedback will cover the following categories: accessibility, not only from the aspect of monetary resources, which directly reflects on the performance of the player's device, but also from the perspective of individuals which are differently able-bodied. UI UX, is it intuitive? Does it provide the player with the required information to play the game? MDA model, mechanics, dynamics, aesthetics. Community. We're looking for digital distribution platform, Steam, Epic Launcher, itch.io, community management platforms such as Discord and social media presence, X, YouTube, TikTok. And the last category is game-breaking bugs. You may have a gem of a game, but releasing it with a game-breaking bug may have devastating consequences on your day of release. Let's get into it. Moving on to the feedback, starting off with accessibility.
This game has a very low entry point when it comes to device performance requirements. Here I'm referring specifically to the details option in the main menu. I can see its usefulness, but at the same time I question its existence. Since it's already created, you might as well leave it in. Knowingly or not, you've added color blindness features as well, by making the little customization option for the player's shirt color. and you've also added difficulty settings in it. I haven't tried it out, but even as a template, it tells me what you're planning to do. In the settings options, you can control the resolution and window mode, and the volume for master, sound effects, and music. Creating an in-game sight option, which you toggle with Q, is a nice added benefit for those who need assistance to enjoy your game. Well done!
Now we'll cover UI and UX.
This game has a well-developed menu and settings options. I realize this is not the final UX, user experience, of it, and this is just a demo, but all the information needed to play the game is present and easily accessible. Having said that, we must keep in mind that having all the information thrown at the player will be overwhelming. The most optimized approach to having information distributed to the player is in a staggered fashion, so you introduce it with time or by action. For example, you could have the description of the weapons and items available only when in-game and when the player pauses. There, you can explain only the items relevant to the player at the time. Aside the large amount of information you've provided in one go, the UI is consistent and you've used UI and UX principles adequately. It's nice that you've added controller support as well, but try and separate that information from the mouse and keyboard players. Have the game detect what sort of input device they're using and default to that, and should they use a controller with a mouse, decide what it should default on. The secondary input device can be on a different screen which you can access by a button. Right before you start the game, you can choose the type of game mode where it briefly explains how that will play out. And once you start the game, you're prompted again by an explanation screen. I don't see why you should be. You could leave only the quote with the start button, but it's down to you if you think it would be beneficial for the players to have that information at their disposal again. I appreciate your instructions box when selecting a difficulty and how changing the difficulty will impact the game. The in-game UI is minimal, which I always appreciate. You have the most useful information at the bottom of the screen, stuff like HP, coins, weapons, and the dash, and at the top of the screen you have a wave counter, and very useful, a remaining enemy counter, as it tells the player if there are any remaining mobs or if the game is bugged. This happened to me, and I knew not to restart because the counter was still showing 1. And I've noticed the extra little effort you've put in to make the cooldown effect on the item usage work properly, especially after you pick up cooldown reduction effects. When leveling up, you're prompted with a screen for stat upgrades. It contains a lot of detail as well, not sure if it's necessary to have all this information. Just informing the player what the skills they select will do should be enough. Again, nothing wrong with having a detailed screen, but too much writing is frowned upon in the industry because it can distract the player. Still on the topic of the upgrades tab, the purple used for the item upgrades is quite dark, so the contrast between the writing and the background color is small, which could make it difficult to read. Irrelevant to the upgrade type you want to choose, adding a white outer stroke to the writing will be beneficial. The highlighting effect you have when hovering over options is a nice little benefit, but I think if done it the opposite way I would expect it to work. Usually it goes from a darker tint to a brighter one. The diamond shapes at the top of the upgrade card, what do they mean? The rarity of the card and how powerful it is, or a combination of both? After upgrading, you've also provided a different color font for the writing regarding which category the player has improved. That's a nice little touch. When it comes to the skill bar, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you writing the buttons which they are used on top of the skill icons. The mobs are greyish with lots of blue on them. You should consider the color as the player can also have a blue color, and that may cause confusion. Maybe make the mobs purple? Now talking about the mobs which spray goo on the ground. You've colored it blue and made it bright. I'm not sure that's enough, as it took me a few runs through it before I realized it damages me. You've tried to differentiate for the player, but I don't think that's enough. Maybe add another effect? Some particle effects like steam or small floating ones. I just assumed it was a variation of the mob blood splatters. Okay, so I'm leaving this commentary in the feedback, but I will correct it. While I was editing the video, I've noticed that you have added floaty particle effects to it. So very well done for doing that, but evidenced by my previous comment, it's not enough. You should probably make it a bit more noticeable. One last thing in the UI category, Maybe you should add larger writing. I'm somewhat comfortable with the font size, but do you think you could add a scaling bar for it in the settings? So if a player needs assistance in the matter, they could help themselves.
It's time to move on to the MDA model.
When leveling up, the counter menu offers too many choices, at least in my opinion. But this is a purposeful decision on your behalf, and I would like to question why you deviated from the standard of 3 skills, as in most such game types, and offered the player the choice of selecting what they want to upgrade and then 3 choices in each category. So they basically have 9 choices to consider when leveling up. Players are happy with the odds mechanic in this game type. If you really want to give the player some form of control over the upgrades they can get, add a reroll mechanic. But for that, you need to collect a special coin or do a task in the game. I think that would be a nice and welcomed twist to the mechanic. Or if you want to avoid making things unnecessarily difficult, you could give the player the choice to reroll using the in-game currency. This way, you're introducing a non-demanding resource management system. The player's movement and behavior seem fluid and natural. The easy control of the direction of firing is also smooth. It's also a basic movement system with an added dash, so not much to go wrong with it. You've added checks and balances when it comes to mobs, they work very well. I also like how you created the environment assist elements for the player, like the health regen pillar, following drones, and the like.
Now, let's cover your community outreach.
What you have a Steam and a Reddit. What you don't have: Kickstarter, website, X, Facebook, YouTube, Epic Store page, TikTok, and a Discord. Having said that, I can't stress enough how important it is nowadays to have an active and growing community. It is one of the most important factors in deciding the probability of success for your game. I realize that for a solo developer, being on top of all these things may prove daunting, as it is a tremendous effort, but this is the journey of a solo dev. I'm putting an emphasis on creating a community because I don't want you to put your soul and effort into creating this passion project just for it to join the games on the Steam which haven't seen over 100 downloads.
Bugs and game-breaking bugs.
On a positive note, I haven't found any game-breaking bugs. The only thing I can mention is that the save progress function didn't work, and I'm not sure if that's because this is a demo or because it's bugged. When it comes to the upgrade of increased damage for the weapon when you have reached the health threshold, I don't think it works, or at least I didn't notice it to work, even though I had a 45% damage increase and I took my character under the health threshold, but it didn't seem to work. I've noticed that some mines disappear when I place newer ones. I thought it would be limited for performance issues, but this game is too low performance intensive and I don't see why you would limit it as such. Please let me know if this is an intended feature.
Before we assign a rating to this project, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing. Leave a comment if you agree or disagree with any of the points I've made. Share my content with your developer friends. And with no more delay, it's time for the verdict. And your verdict is almost there.
This project is almost ready to step into the light. There's a few minor adjustments that you could make to the game which would make it a better experience. However, I need to stress the factor of growing your community. It's imperative to the success of your project. If you would have had more community outreach, this game would have been a 4 out of 5 stars. If you like what I'm doing, have a look at this video covering Dark Age, which is a third-person, low-poly, high-definition Roblox styled beat-em-up game.